people are going to discover the dark truth. Well, hello there, my friend. Jonathan Doyle with you once again. Welcome to the kind of not remotely daily video, because YouTube apparently says if you upload every day, it offends people. I just get excited. I love talking to you. Right, let's talk housekeeping. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel. There's a whole bunch of really important links under here. My Instagram at jdoylespeaks, the website. Everything else is there. I want to talk to you today about imposter syndrome. I literally just got off a call to the US where I had a chance to do a live Q&A for a large group of young entrepreneurs. And we were talking about the issue of imposter syndrome. What is it? It is simply the belief that at some point you are going to be uncovered, discovered, figured out that in your organization or in some important sector of your life, people are going to discover the dark truth. That you're not perfect and that you're not always totally brilliantly competent, and you're all going, this is depressing. I thought this was a motivational show. Imposter syndrome, really quickly, incredibly common. First thing I want you to know, this belief that we're inadequate, that we're not enough, that people are going to figure out what we're really like is incredibly common. I've sat across the table coaching a senior executive who was responsible for an industry sector group with revenue in the multiple billions, and this leader was just paralyzed. They'd had a successful, quick start to their career, they'd been promoted quickly, and they were terrified that they were inadequate and not up to it. So if you ever feel that imposter syndrome is some part of your life, please be encouraged. It's incredibly common, much more common than you think. So you're in good company. What do? I talked about a couple of key things. Look, for me, the biggest thing, first we realize that we're not alone. Second thing is very much a spiritual task, which is wherever you're at spiritually, and as I always say, I've got a very diverse group of listeners and viewers here. I believe that the nature of the cosmos, the nature of God, is generous gift. And we are carried and we are actually loved, I guess, unconditionally. So we can never truly fail because we're always going to be carried in the arms of something much greater than us. So I think part of what makes imposter syndrome so powerful is this fear of aloneness, fear of exposure. But I'd like to say that, the God that got you this far is going to take you further. And you don't need to spend too much time in the anxiety and fear that comes from, what if I get discovered? What if I'm inadequate? What if? The other thing is to realize that there are these deep internal conflicts that we all experience. Carl Jung used to say, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will run your life and you will call it fate. So a lot of times the challenges and pains of our life can really hold us back. So it's really important to get healing. For me, that's a spiritual task. Some of you might want to pursue counseling or some form of talk therapy. But often our imposter syndrome is because we've experienced trauma and setbacks in life and we carry this internalized fear. So we want to get some help with that. So the other thing I like to say is tell the truth. If you're in a situation where you've got leaders above you, I say two things: build relationship, tell the truth. Build relationship, tell the truth. So I often say to people, sometimes you just got to be honest and tell the people around you, man, I'm feeling like I'm just out of my depth. And I think 99% of the time you'll find good people are going to say, man, you're amazing. You're going to be fine. You could look for mentoring. You could look for support. But the price of admittance to a higher quality of operating in life, to a higher level of outcome, is confronting these fears and challenges that hold us back. Not easy, but not impossible. So I do want to encourage you that there is more for you. There is a bigger life waiting for you out there. Be encouraged. Push back against imposter syndrome. Why? Because your best is ahead.